What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you for watching. I have to start this video out by thanking every one of you that have supported the channel over the last couple of years, because it's 100% thanks to you guys that we were finally able to make this happen. So I got a new toy recently, and this is the one gun that I've been wanting literally since the day that I started the channel. And I've been getting asked by a bunch of you guys since day one as well to get one of these, and I'm happy to say we finally made it happen. So let's take a look at this thing. You can see right now we got it in the Pelican case, which is extremely nice as well. Go ahead and open her up, and there it is. So this is the Barrett M99 50 BMG. You can see that very familiar looking muzzle brake on the end of the barrel there. Typically when you see one of those, it's on a 50 BMG. Now, I don't know if the camera's doing this thing justice, but it is absurd just how big and amazing this thing is really. So I actually haven't fired it yet. These are gonna be the very first shots I've ever taken with a 50 BMG, and I had to bring you guys along and document this. So I just put the scope on it today. We're gonna try to zero the scope in 4 or 5 shots. This will probably be a pretty short video. We have a big storm coming in, so we're gonna try to get this done quick. But obviously we're gonna do a ton of videos with this thing. That's the main reason why I bought it, is to make awesome videos for you guys. But today we're just gonna try and get some cool camera angles, some epic slow-mo, and just show you guys how incredible a 50 BMG really is. But first, I'm gonna set y'all up here on my truck bed and try and pull this thing out of the case. So I haven't weighed it yet. I would guess it's probably 40 or 50 pounds, by far the heaviest gun that I've ever held. And you can see just how insane this thing actually is. I could probably shoulder it and fire it that way, but it's definitely not easy. I'll have to hit the weights a little bit more before we can do that. But the scope that we put on it is a 3 to 9 power, which I know isn't the best for long range 50 cal shooting, but that's not what we're gonna do. You guys know what we do here on the channel, mostly up close and personal and just destroying stuff. So the scope will work well for that. Plus I like it because it has a long eye relief, so I won't get scope bit by the recoil on this thing. But my heart's going 100 miles an hour. I could not be any more excited to shoot the 50. So let's go down and see what it can do. So I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with the 50 BMG, but for those of you that aren't, you can see how massive that round is. This will be by far the most powerful rifle I've ever shot in my life. Honestly, I think it's one of the most powerful rifles you can shoot. So right now we're just looking for a place to shoot this thing. We're actually not set up to shoot a 50 on the berm that we have right now, although we are gonna reinforce it soon and really beef it up so that we can make videos up here and shoot the 50. But we got this big hill and the whole property is kind of a big ravine. So we're probably gonna set up a target like 50 yards down the hill, which I know 50 yards isn't maximizing the potential of that rifle at all. But for what I do, 50 yards should be good. Plus, I'm just dying to shoot this thing. All right, very first round out of the 50. All right, you ready?
Let her rip, tater chip. Wow. Honestly,
Whew.
I was holding the muffs down.
I got a mouthful of dirt.
Crazy like expected.
That felt awesome.
Yeah.
That felt awesome.
Actually,
The recoil feels great.
any idea where
First one.
you hit anything?
Oh. So we're going down to the target. My heart's beating 100 miles an hour, but I gotta say that recoil was nice. Not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Right above the dome. So there's our shot. Right there. So I'm about 2 feet high. Go ahead and show you the tree. Gave it a trim. And I had people on Instagram asking me about the cheek weld as a left-handed shooter, since obviously the bolt and the action is on that right-hand side. Didn't even notice it. It felt great. And I can't say it enough, that recoil is amazing. This giant muzzle brake is apparently doing its job. All right, I dropped the scope a whole bunch. Round number 2. And we'll see where we're at. It is just blowing shit all over my cameras. It's kind of tough to get that bolt closed. All right, attempt number 4. Good grief. Wow. Woo! I tell you what, shooting this thing prone when you're sweating is not a good idea. All right, we're losing daylight. We're gonna go ahead and shoot one more. This time, we got a watermelon down there. Very first, watermelon with a 50. Fire in the hole. I think I hit it. Well, we hit the watermelon. Definitely the most dramatic watermelon explosion we've ever had on this channel for sure. I'm gonna be honest, I'm trying really hard not to turn into just another channel that shoots super random stuff with a 50 cal, but every single time I go anywhere now, I find myself just looking at different stuff to buy to shoot with the 50, and I've only had it for like 3 days, so I fully understand the temptation now. Real quick before we stop shooting, I have this ammo that I want to try. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. They're called slap rounds. They look awesome, so we're gonna try a couple of those in the new rifle. Just kidding. You would be amazed at how many people tell me online to not shoot slap rounds. Like I would ever risk that after what happened to Scott. No way. All right, everybody, well, that's gonna conclude our very first video with the brand new Barrett M99 50 BMG. My initial thoughts on this rifle is I'm literally blown away. It's unlike anything I've ever shot. If you've never got to shoot a 50 BMG, it's something you have to try. It's just a unique experience, I'll put it that way. The blast, the concussion, really the sound was not as bad as I thought it would be in terms of like the sound that travels, but up close, obviously the blast and concussion is in its own league. It's just not like any other gun that I've ever shot. But the recoil was great. It's actually really pleasant to shoot, and that muzzle brake is definitely doing its job. As you can see, I'm a sweaty mess. Probably not the best idea to shoot it prone, but I'm glad I did because we got some epic camera angles and some epic slow-mo, plus the bipod that comes on that thing just makes it super comfortable to shoot from the prone. So that's it. We got it zeroed in 4 or 5 rounds, which was my goal. Let me know down in the comments what you would like to see me shoot with a 50. Obviously, we have a ton of plans, and you know, that's why I bought this gun, is to shoot stuff and make videos for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button for me, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.